As you can see, I've gotten nowhere with the E36. I'm still waiting on an oil filter housing. As soon as that comes in, you guys will have a video on that. We'll pull the manifold, swap that out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this car will be all squared away after that. All right, I lied. This actually is the oil filter housing. It just showed up just now, but that's not what we're doing today. All right, so truck parts are in. Let's check it out. So I'm still waiting on a few things, but let's go over what we got. We got a tow mirror here. This is just one. I'm waiting on the other one. New headlights, some LED bulbs for the headlights, some LED interior bulbs, and these are some steering wheel controls. So BMWs remain the main priority for me, but this is in fact my daily. So there are a few things that I wanted to get squared away right off the bat with this truck. Pretty much everything I'm doing today I would consider to be a necessary item to be replaced on this truck. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start here at the steering wheel. And while I would have loved to have purchased an entirely new steering wheel by now, it's just not on my priority list. So I am going to swap out these buttons because only like one of the LEDs work, and the volume up is broken. Very common on these. My last truck had this problem as well. So we're gonna give these a shot. These were 20 bucks on Amazon. Switch feels all right. We're gonna pull these out. I don't know how hard it is, probably a pain in the ass. But yeah, they look pretty close to the original ones, and I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference. Just try and get at it with a pick. Like I said, I'm gonna try and buy another wheel anyways, so I'm not like super pressed if I like it up a little bit. I forgot these harnesses are gonna be short as f. Oh, okay. Well, it's out, but I don't know how I'm gonna get the new one in because the harness is like completely recessed into the steering wheel. All right, I'm only gonna film this one because this is gonna take like 2 hours. The harness is like hanging out in here and you can't pull it out. All right, so new plan, disconnected the battery, and I'm gonna use a pick, one of these little Harbor Freight 90-degree angles, get behind the harness, because that's what I saw everybody on YouTube do, and they made it look like cake. So let's hopefully do that. So I got really frustrated, and when I got to work yesterday, I just got on eBay and ordered an entire new steering wheel because the leather on this one is just destroyed. We won't have to deal with this anymore. It was only 100 bucks to get a new steering wheel with tested. Hopefully it all works, but yeah. We'll replace this, obviously keep the airbag, and the steering wheel controls will just either carry over from this one or we'll use the ones on that wheel. We'll figure that out when we get there. But I'm done fucking with this. The next thing I want to do is get rid of these disgusting headlights. I mean, these things just kill the entire look of the truck. They're so fogged up and gross, and modernizing the truck with a new set of headlights will do wonders for it. So in this box I got some DNA motoring, you know, the Amazon special for 80 bucks or whatever they ended up being. I gotta say, man, these things look pretty slick for what I spent on them. They're packaged really good, way better than you would expect for what these cost. Alright, so I am gonna put some LED lights in these headlights. We'll switch out the old halogens for these. So these were recommended on Amazon. This is the 𝙢𝙠𝙚 LED lights. These were pretty affordable, so I just figured might as well pick them up. But coincidentally, this company has actually reached out to me. And seriously, just by coincidence, I happened to buy these. And I went into my Instagram DMs and noticed that these guys had DM'd me. They offered to send me some stuff. So I paid for these with my own money. And then they offered to send out some other stuff. So I'm waiting on some stuff from them. But I told them, you know, I'll check out your product. I'll include it in the video. But if it's terrible, I'm going to let them know. But so far, so good. Packaging is good. Here they are. Looks like they have like the little fan and everything is included in there. So they should not interfere, and they should be pretty much plug and play because that is the like original socket for the halogens. So getting these off is as easy as pulling this pin up top. That's why I love these trucks. You just twist your halogens out, and just like that, it's out. You can do the same thing with the other side. These ones just come out, they're clipped in into the fender over here. Alright, so luckily the form factor, they're pretty much the same size, so we shouldn't have any fitment issues. But if we do, I'll let you know. So they're built pretty good, at least I feel like it. and I guess everything is kind of just built in here, so you don't need any ballast or anything crazy like that. It's just all implemented into one piece, which is super cool. So there we go. These are labeled on your harnesses, which ones are which one's the 905, which one's the 906. If you do by chance have the same headlight housing, you may have to adjust these. So you can just loosen these or tighten these so it actually grabs onto your headlight bulb. All right, now we'll go ahead and throw this guy in. Plugs directly in, so these LEDs are here. And then I am waiting on the other bulbs from 𝙤𝙯𝙯, the ones they actually sent out to me. So I will install those when they come in. All right, check those out. So here they are all lit up. Of course, we won't be able to see how good they look or how bright they are until it is dark. But that is a huge improvement to the front of this truck. It's been a few hours, but I did just get home and I received these packages from 𝙤𝙯𝙯. These are the ones that they sent me out to review. So let's check this stuff out. Pretty impressed with the overall quality of the LED headlights. So let's see what these are all about. All right, so these are the LED turn signal switchback daytime running light. So these will go in the lower light. We installed the headlights earlier with those LED headlight bulbs, but these are, I guess these go where the turn signals go. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But these, just like the headlights, are plug and play. And then clearly labeled here, we have the fog lights. So we'll have pretty much everything from 𝙤𝙯𝙯 on the front of the truck. So hopefully this stuff is good. So far, so good though. I don't know, man, I'm pretty impressed. For what these cost, like what all these products cost, the packaging is pretty good. So that's one thing. The packaging is great. The form and function so far has been good, but it has not gotten dark out, so we haven't been able to see how bright they are. But luckily we'll be able to slap these in there, and we should have the whole front of the truck looking sweet with LED. So I think these guys replace that one there. All right, let's give these guys a test. There's one, and there's two. Now let's see if they go back to the blinkers, that side, and that side. All right, now finally, we'll put these fog lights in. We have the headlights, the daytime running lights. Now we can put these in. These are the same, go into the same OEM GM receptacle for the connection, so it's literally plug and play. There's nothing else you need to do, and you don't even need tools. You can just twist all these in. So you can do this whole thing. You can buy these and do an LED conversion for the front end of your truck without touching a single tool, which is pretty crazy coming from all BMW stuff. This looks freaking sweet. Wow, man, what a transformation. Everything works. No issues, no complications installing anything whatsoever. So I'm super impressed. While I'm waiting for the sun to go down so I can get you a better look at the LED conversion, we're gonna go ahead and install the new tow mirrors. Now, I'm actually a huge fan of the stock mirrors on these trucks, but this is a Duramax. It is a heavy duty truck, so I feel like the tow mirrors suit the truck. However, these ones have seen some better days. This glass down here is shattered, and this whole glass assembly just constantly vibrates and shakes. These do have the turn signal indication in there in the glass. However, they're not OEM, so we're gonna swap these out. Now, as much as I would like to throw some OEM brand new GM mirrors on this truck, they are quite expensive. I think they're like $400 or $500 a piece. I decided to go with some fit system mirrors. They were like $350 for the pair. You can either do these tow mirrors really cheap or really expensive. I kind of landed somewhere in the middle with this. I've had the cheap tow mirrors on my last trucks, and they're just not worth wasting your money on. So I'm hoping, after digging through some Duramax forums and few people suggesting these, that these mirrors will be the happy medium. So strangely enough, I actually had to order these side by side. I was not able to order them as a pair from Amazon. I'm sure maybe you can order them from another website put together as a pair, but strangely, one of them was like $220, one of them was like $175. They should be left and right. I'm gonna double check and make sure that we do in fact have a left and a right side mirror. We do also have some real instructions with these mirrors. That seems pretty uncommon nowadays with these parts you order off Amazon, but pretty cool. So let's check them out, see if they're everything they should be, and we'll throw them on the truck. All right, so we do in fact have a driver's side and a passenger side mirror, which is great news. So we are pretty good to install these now. I've looked them over. They look pretty nice. The glass moves substantially less. This one might vibrate a little bit, but that one, I don't know. We'll have to see. Throwing them in the truck, we'll find out whether they vibrate a ton or not. They will obviously vibrate a little, but I do not want them to constantly be shaking around because it kind of defeats the purpose of the mirror. All right, so in order to get these door panels off, if I remember correctly, it's really not that hard. It's a few things. This trim comes off with a trim tool. This one, of course, for the mirror. There's normally a nut down here, but it's actually missing from mine, so don't have to worry about that. There's one right behind the handle here, and I'm pretty sure there's something behind the trim here if I'm remembering, but I could be wrong. So I want to pull this off, let you know what had to come off, and we'll be good. All right, we got the door panel off now. As you can see, this is the harness for the mirror, so we'll just pull this out. Snake it out of here. These connections are the exact same as what we got going on here on the new guys. So this will be an easy swap. It's really nice to see that this hasn't been all hacked up. I was kind of afraid of that just with some of the stuff I've seen on the truck so far. So nothing has been chopped up or drilled into, so that's a huge plus. Looks to be 310s here. This will come right out and then we'll be able to put the new one on. Now take them off. Turn them off. Yeah, that's fucking cool. So these switch back from daytime runnings to amber fucking turn signals. That looks so cool, man. Alright, now one quick final thank you to 𝙤𝙠𝙚 for sending out these LED lights. They sent me the daytime running switchbacks and the fog lights. I did, like I said, coincidentally just had purchased their headlights, and they hit me up, wanted to send me some stuff. I do think that this is good enough for you to spend your money on. So if you guys want to use my discount code, I'll put it on the screen now. And yeah. Alright, so we got the LEDs in. They look sweet. I'm gonna do the 6 high mod, I think, next. So when we're driving down the road, all these are lit up. But the truck is super modernized, and I think this is just a really good look. I think this is worth the I think probably $100 or so for just the lights, and then the actual headlight housings were another $100. Super good look. And then the temperature is actually, they match pretty well. They are seemingly the same, and even the fog lights, so everything matches. Overall, I think this is killer for the money. This is like the best first budget mod. It'll improve your safety while you're driving, because before I could not see shit, and now it looks way better. All LED door lights. Looks good. Everything is LED in this truck now. Still gotta get the Harley-Davidson sticker off. Yeah, this thing looks sweet. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully this was entertaining, and hopefully if you got a original body style truck or an LVZ or an LV7, LLY, etc., even if your truck is not diesel, on these early model GM trucks, I would say this is probably one of the best mods that I have never personally done. On my first truck, I waited like a year to do it, and then I only did like the daytime lights, and the second truck I didn't even do it, but by far one of the best budget-friendly mods you can do. We also have the tow mirrors that we installed, so those are good, operating perfectly. So yeah, truck looks better. It's much easier to use because the tint. So we finally have proper mirrors, proper lights. I'm stoked. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to film with this truck in the future. I don't know how long I'll keep it, but you know, we'll see. With that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.